In the vast grasslands of the Wang Conservation Area, a lioness decided to leave her pride to raise her cubs. She wanted to pass on its hunting instincts, the ways of protection and survival in this harsh and dangerous nature. Every morning she patiently teaches her children, each movement of stalking, waiting, and then suddenly pouncing on prey. The lion cub is eager to learn, his eyes bright, but sometimes he is too curious, more interested in playing than concentrating. Despite her cub's naivety, the mother lion still protects and teaches it with all her patience. At night, the two lay close together under the shade of the tree, keeping warm and enjoying the rare peace. Their lives are lonely, but connected by the sacred maternal love that nothing can separate. In the heart of the lioness, there is always a constant vigilance for the dangers lurking around this vast grassland. One hot afternoon, mother and child were sleeping soundly under a large tree on the dry ground, covered with fallen leaves. From afar, a giant python slowly slithered towards them, its long wriggling body appearing and disappearing among the rustling dry leaves. The lion cub's mischievous eyes opened, and he saw a long shadow moving close by. Curious, it lifted its small foot to touch the python's body. Feeling the rough skin and unpleasant fishy smell, the python stopped, raised its head, its eyes glowing, its muscles tensing in a sign of potential danger. Instead of being afraid, the lion cub bit hard on the python's body, causing the giant creature to angrily turn back. In a flash, the python wrapped around the small body, rolling many times with terrible force. The lion cub roared, its shrill cry echoing through the air, shaking the entire grassland. The sharp sound woke the mother lion. She immediately jumped up, her hair standing on end, her eyes bloodshot. Without hesitation, the mother lion rushed forward, bared her fangs and bit into the python's body to rescue her cub. The battle to the death begins. Dust flies up under the writhing of two fierce predators. Everything turned into a fierce struggle between maternal instinct and the crushing power of the giant python. The mother lion roared loudly, biting madly, her sharp claws tearing the bloody python's skin. The python got angrier and squeezed tighter, causing the lion cub to gradually turn purple. Its breathing was irregular, and it almost passed out. In desperation, the mother lioness bit the python's head and pulled hard, using all her strength to save her only cub. The python writhed violently, lashing its tail against the ground with a sound as loud as a wild war drum. Each of its squeezes was a threat, but each bite from the lioness felt like a knife. The tug of war was fierce. Dust flew everywhere, dry leaves were scattered, and the chaotic sound drowned out the wind. The python's eyes were red, its teeth bared, but its body was slowly bleeding from deep wounds. The mother lion did not stop. She roared madly and bit hard on the python's neck. The fatal bite made the python hiss in pain. Its body began to loosen its grip, and at the last moment, it let go of the lion cub and crawled away slowly, leaving a long trail of blood. The mother lion hurriedly licked her cub, scratched its fur gently and shook it vigorously, but it still lay motionless. His eyes were filled with despair. His breathing was rapid, and his heart felt like it was breaking when he saw his child was not responding. The mother lion did not give up. She held her cub in her mouth, moving slowly across the scorching yellow field. Each step it took was heavy, but its eyes remained determined, like a silent cry for help sent to heaven and earth. In the distance, the asphalt road running through the Wang Reserve appeared hot under the blazing sun. The mother lion put her cub down on the edge of the road, lay next to it and licked its fur continuously, hoping it would wake up. Time passed slowly. The sun burned more and more fiercely, but it still persisted there. It did not eat, did not leave. Its eyes were determined, as if to say, "Save my child." The prairie wind blew through, carrying with it the smell of withering grass and the sound of lost birds. 2 hours passed. The mother lion's body was exhausted, but she still did not leave her cub. Suddenly, from afar, appeared a familiar moss-green patrol truck. In the car were 2 rangers, David Okoro and Aisha Lovu, returning from a long patrol. The car stopped, and 2 rangers were amazed at the sight, a lioness lying next to a motionless lion cub. David frowned, realizing the potential danger. His worried eyes turned to Aisha for a quick discussion. "If something is wrong with the cub, we must act now," Aisha insisted, her voice filled with determination. They prepared the tranquilizer gun, loaded it, and aimed it at the exhausted but still alert lioness. The injection hit the mark, and the drug quickly took effect, causing the mother lion to gradually collapse. Both rangers breathed a sigh of relief, but still approached cautiously and slowly. When they got closer, they found the lion cub's body was purple, its breathing weak, and its heart was beating weakly. Without hesitation, David picked up the lion cub while Aisha opened the car door, preparing to urgently return to the station. The car turned down the red, dusty road, rolling as fast as it could. All eyes were on the fragile life in the cabin. David kept checking his breathing, while Aisha called the radio to report an emergency. When the car arrived at the station, the veterinarian and staff were immediately present, preparing all rescue equipment. The lion cub was placed on a cold, shiny steel table, an oxygen tube inserted into its mouth to aid breathing. Deep bruises were visible around the abdomen, the terrible marks from the python's constriction. The doctor injected resuscitation drugs, administered 4 fluids, and checked every weak reaction of the little body. The atmosphere in the room was tense and suffocating. Each passing second seemed to drag on forever. All eyes were on the poor lion cub's every breath. An hour passed. It stirred slightly. Its eyes opened, its gaze dim but full of life. Cheers erupted. Joy exploded in the small room. It began to take a few sips of water from the syringe, its throat trembling but gradually stabilizing. Breathing returned to normal, skin color lighter, body shaking but alive. 2 hours later, it was able to stand up, walking unsteadily but steadily. The rangers happily fed it its first piece of meat as a sign of victory after a near-death experience. The car rolled again, taking the lion cub back to where it was found, with its mother. The mother lion woke up from the anesthesia and wandered the fields, roaring and calling her cubs in despair. When she saw the car stop, her eyes lit up. She rushed forward like lightning, her heart filled with hope. The door opened, and the weak lion cub stepped down, running slowly towards the familiar figure. Mother and child reunited, licking and cuddling in happiness. The growling sound turned into soft breathing. David and Aisha stood silently, watching, smiles on their faces after a dangerous journey. The sun gradually set behind the trees, dyeing the vast Wang plains in brilliant gold. A harsh lesson in survival was etched in the memory of the wild lion cub.